Hey, welcome back. Good evening. Week 5. I chose, it's a short flight. Once again, it's about an hour and 16 minutes from Detroit to Minneapolis to fly the Detroit Lions, who are like mightily struggling, to the Minneapolis, to the Minnesota Vikings. Actually, it's not Minneapolis, but it's for the whole state of Minnesota. So here we are in Detroit, Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey on the Delta 2681, which is a real service, but obviously not on a 777. But today we'll do it on the 777 because the 777 is versatile enough. Huh? So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. You had a good weekend. I saw you yesterday, I think so. It was not that long ago. And yeah, here we are. So, without further ado, we'll jump in the flight deck. So, let's do the PF events.
Hi, Captain. How are you today?
I'm great. Nothing less than great. And minus 40. Send her for the
I'm out for the walk around.
Cool. Slam the door. Right. So, like always, before we start, actually, we'll have a quick look at the weather en route for the whole flight, actually, with Meteonautics there. So there's not much going on, to be fair. Here's the route from Detroit down here up to Minneapolis. Chicago is online at the moment, so we should hopefully get a bit of ATC en route. And just a few showers north of Detroit, but nothing really to be too concerned about. It's all looking clear. And if we look at the flight plan, actually sent it on the Discord weather-wise as well. It's a little bit misty actually. At the moment in Detroit, it's 7 stated miles, broken 800 feet, so it's not fantastic. It's kind of gonna remain like this pretty much all day. And in Minneapolis, it's actually the fog, which was there early on, has lifted up a little bit. So we've now have 10 statute miles, 16 degrees, so not too bad. It should favor runway 12 by the time we get there. And the alternate Chicago is pretty much the same as well, kind of marginal, but good enough. So there you go. Right, so yeah, we switched on the ADIRU, the emergency lights, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Check the status. Status is all good. So I'll jump in the FMC. Yeah, I was checking the sound. The sound is on. Cool. And yeah, like always with the ident page, Boeing 777-200.2. That's for LR. So it's the long range one today, with the G90 engines. And the Iraq is still in force until this coming Thursday. So this coming Thursday will be the time of the month to change the navigation database. And we are in KDTW, so we're gonna enter KDTW in the reference airport, then take the GPS position there for the initial. There we go. And then I'll request the route here. So from KDTW, got 2 routes. There was one to Atlanta, one to Minneapolis. That's the one we're gonna take today. It's gonna request. In the meantime, let me change actually the doors and close for the catering to get away. Yeah, they're gonna close the door, so the catering is gonna go away. Good. Oh, Trady, you are 8 miles away from Minneapolis airport, and they are using one to right and left. Yeah, I think that's why seems to be indicated by the weather forecast in particular. The meta at the moment is, I think, is showing a calm wind all year on, because it was in fog. They would have definitely used one to left and right, because it's Cat 2 and Cat 3 approved. Yeah, variable at 4. So the forecast is supposed to then become 110 at 5 or 4, something like that. So it should definitely favor runway 12. So that's what I've got planned in the flight plan. So it's a bit of a longer arrival, so I'll have the fuel for it and everything, so it's good. Right, let's jump back in and continue with the FMC. So at this stage, the uplink is now ready, so we can clear that message here and then load the uplink like this, and then clear the uplink loading message. Here we are. So we got KDTW to KMSP. The flight number is Delta 2681, which actually I think departs very soon, very soon. And I think we might actually fly pretty much at the same time. So, but obviously, as I said, it's not a 777. It's just the 737 maybe, or 320, something like that, with Delta. Today, Ralba, it's Delta Airline today. Delta. Yeah, Delta, fantastic. Eh? Actually, I saw recently, like the replacement for the Delta 777s. They had like 350 sitting the other day at the airport. So yeah, no longer 777-200LRs. Slowly, I'm not sure the state actually of affairs, if they are already totally gone or if they are being phased out. But I know where I was. It was like it was definitely a 777-200LR destination, and yeah, it was a 350 instead this time. So they're definitely moving on. Oh, it's already gone. Okay, I'm a little bit behind then. And here's the route, so it's a very short route, smooth gamma, and activate that and execute. Then in the perfinite page, I'll reject the uplink like always, pick up the reserve from the flight plan, which is 9.7. So 9.7 once again is the fuel required to fly to the alternate, which today is Chicago, and then have another 30 minutes worth of fuel. So it's a good, decent amount. Mind you, Chicago is a little bit, maybe 50 minutes away. So the engine out we're gonna keep as it is, and 3,000 and 1,500. Beautiful. Right. So for Detroit, I think it's still. Yeah, runway 22 left then. So we'll go for runway 22 left. The wind is actually supposed to turn as well in Detroit, but for the moment it's still showing 22 left. So we'll go 22 left, and it's the Kalen 2 departure. And since smooth is the first waypoint, then we'll take the transition as well. So smooth transition. Then go back to the number 1 page there for the route. Check the runway showing, and also that we have the departure with the transition and no discontinuity, so we can execute that. You see, I'm much more comfortable with this type of FMC than, for example, yesterday with the Airbus one, which was all the arrows to up to go down, to scroll down the page. It's very confusing on Airbus, so at least this one is, for me, is much more natural and actually simpler as well, and much more user-friendly, so that's quite good. Right. Let's check the departure now, actually. So, let me pick up the charts. Kalen 2, here is. Here we are, the Kalen 2 are now departure from Detroit, Metropolitan Wayne County.
I'm back from the walk around.
Oh, she's
Everything looks good.
she's good. Back, she's good. And so we're gonna go from runway 22 left, which is this one here. So straight ahead and then heading 239 to SAMS. That's correct, 7,000 maximum. So we'll set 7,000 feet. Hey, Bears Grow Crash, thank you very much. Good evening, welcome back. I hope everything's okay. And the runway heading is 215. Was it 225? Let me check on the 216. Okay, almost. It's 216. I'll set 216 as well. You really want to have the runway heading there set in the MCP. It's quite important because if you don't have initially the navigation, or if you have an engine failure and the procedure in case of an engine failure is to track straight ahead, then you want to have, you know, the runway heading there. So anyway, we've got SAMS, then we've got Bravo Sierra Lima November Echo. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that one. 9,000 feet or below, that's correct. Then Federsh, that's good. Then MTR CT, 4,000 feet above, that's correct. Then to Kalen, which is the name of the departure. Then to Ice, and then to Smooth. So everything is in there. Right, we'll load the wind data. There's not a lot of waypoints today. And execute now. Yeah, it's given us the level samples 39, 35, 31, and 28. Then, like always, you can change that, of course. And then go to the VNAV page, the descent, the forecast, and then load the forecast. Active sky as the flight plan, so yeah, the descent wind should come up. And the nav radio page, we can leave it as it is. Progress page 474 for flight plan distance of 511, so it's a little bit less because we don't have the full arrival set yet. So yeah, Smooth is a smooth waypoint indeed. That's quite a funky name. Do the route copy onto route 2, then back to route 1. Check the FMC page, there's nothing outstanding there. And finally 18,000 feet is good here. Cool. Let's see if we can board.
Hi guys, can we start boarding now?
Yes.
Thanks.
We'll do it with GSX boarding. Not gonna board 400 passengers, 30 will be enough, just to pretend. And cool. That will do for the moment with FS2 crew. Let's get this one set up as well. We are in the US, so we'll fly with inches of mercury. And the QNH, or the altimeter setting, is exactly 2992, so perfect. B function doesn't have to be used. Today it's like finger free, beautiful. We'll switch on the flight director, and the runway track is already set, and the altitude is already set as well, so it's magnificent. The flight director here, FS2 crew, will do it, so that's not my area of responsibility, so I'm gonna do it. It's almost like flying an Airbus, indeed, but a little bit better. Though, any Airbus fans out there? Right, these ones we leave in the default position. Everything is good here. The IFSD will make it inches of mercury as well with this button there. You can change inches of mercury or hectopascals, so we leave it in inches of mercury. The parking brake is set, and we get the memo message here. And yeah, everything is very much in the default position on the pedestal there, with the fuel control switches cut off, the thrust levers closed, flap lever, flap indication up. So yeah, all good. Ooh, Airbus, indeed. Ooh. Right, and she's gonna do the pre-flight. Yeah, pre-flight flow, and in the meantime, I'll brief FS2 crew. So we're gonna go from the gate here. We'll ASD will keep it on, so I'll put yes. Takeoff thrust is gonna be reduced. The config, I think it's 5. The 200LR tends to go for 5, unless there's like a certain peculiarity about the runway or the area. If it's a shorter runway, maybe it will go for 15 or maybe even 20, but usually flaps 5 works in, I would say, 90% of cases. So. In an Airbus, the captain has nothing to do like watch the controls. PMDG rules. You said it, not me. Anti-ice and ADP, thrust reduction was 1500, acceleration was 3000. We'll follow the SID and all the concerns once again. Cool. So, FS2 crew is briefed. That's also pretty much when we would brief for the departure. We looked at the chart, so the chart and the departure as kind of self-brief a little bit, kind of look at the chart, look at the FMC, pretty much check that all the waypoints with all the constraints are good. In the MCP here, we've got the runway track and the initial altitude, so everything is set, so we can kind of consider that we are briefed, really, which is good.
TCAS test pass.
And what else? I'll just wait for FS2 crew to do all the bits and pieces. Today Monday, huh? Yeah, Monday today. Start of the week.
I am ready for the checklist.
She's ready for the checklist already. Cool. And we've got the fuel as well. The fuel as per the flight plan, just what we need. 19.7. So I said the alternate is Chicago, 36,000 feet. Oh, that should be enough. We'll see. Is oh yeah, Chicago is still on. Hopefully it's gonna stay on for a while. Let's do the pre-flight checklist then. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 126, altimeter 2992. Set and checked.
Heading 126. Altimeter 2992.
Yeah, hesitated a little bit, then she got confused. It's okay. Cool. So, we are boarding. It's lovely, lovely jubbly. The luggage and the cargo seems like it's already done. This guy is leaving. This guy is gonna go as well. He's already lowering the lift. Cool. So just a few passengers to board, and then we'll be good to go. So in that case, start the APU. Get the APU running. Make some noise. Cool. And the no smoking will make it on. You know, I've told you guys before that nowadays in most aircraft the no smoking sign is basically defaults to the on position in the cabin, regardless of the position of the switch here. So regardless of, you know, they just made it like on all the time. So people obviously, you know that you cannot smoke. So the rudder is deflected to the left. Yes, because the hydraulic system is not pressurized, so the rudder kind of just, you know, goes back to it's just being lazy and just like falls back to the left. But yeah, it's going like this because it's the system is not pressurized. I think that's the way they try to simulate it in the aircraft. It wouldn't always be like this. It just depends, you know, the way it kind of you know, failed before the hydraulic system kind of was shut off. But yeah, that's the reason why. Hopefully, once the hydraulics are pressurized, then the rudder will be straight. I hope so, anyway, because you don't want to take off with the rudder like this. That's for sure. But good, well observed. I'm impressed. I'm very, very impressed, I have to say, that you picked up like such a detail. That's good. Speaking of which, this one is now ready, so we can disconnect it. Ground flight deck.
How are you?
Ground flight deck.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect the ground equipment.
Roger.
Cool. So he's gonna do that. Still have to do the performance. So perf initialization. Perf init, we'll call it. It's easier. The zero fuel weight chose today is 204.6. So that's the weight of everything on the aircraft. 204.6, yeah, apart from the fuel itself. That's why it's called zero fuel weight. So everything, the aircraft itself, the crew, the passengers, the food, the bags, the cargo, all of that is the zero fuel weight. Then we've got 19.7 tons of fuel, and obviously the fuel weighs quite a decent amount. So 19 tons of fuel, that gives us a weight of 224.3, which is pretty much, yeah, what I was expecting. So that's good. For the assumed temperature, I think it's 57, if I remember when I did it. Yeah, 57. We'll leave it at that. And then for the engine out, it's 1000, that's standard. And then acceleration height 3000 and 1500. I like to accelerate at 3000 because it allows you to kind of climb rather steeply initially until you get to 3000 feet. So if there's anything at low level, like sometimes there's like small planes crossing, you know, in front of the runway, or at low level, you know, for example, 1000 feet or something. Obviously not right in front of the runway, but maybe 5 miles out or something. By the time you climb to 3000 feet, then obviously you will be above that traffic. Also, sometimes close to the airport, there's like altitude restrictions on the departure, and very often it could be like, I don't know, 1500 feet, 2000 feet to be reached within 3 or 4 miles of the airport. So if you accelerate at 1000 feet, you're gonna almost level off at 1000 feet. And during the acceleration, obviously, you're not gonna climb too much, so you're gonna stay at low level for quite some time before, you know, being able to climb. So personally, I like, you know, climbing to 3000 feet like this. I was explaining that the other day to my colleague. You know, I said that's the way you know, I kind of think, and he seemed to be quite. He seemed to agree with me, so that was good. Good. You agree with me? I'm glad. Right, so that's that done, and then for the flaps it's 5. The CG is 27%. So the CG here is kind of determined, you know, guys, by PMDG, depending on the loading distribution. So how it's calculated, I think it kind of goes beyond the realm of the simulation here. 3D, no, flight level change won't really improve the climb capability of the aircraft, because when you take off with VNAV, it does exactly the same job, basically. So it's even maybe better because flight level change doesn't always give you the max. It kind of gives you like some sort of intermediate, you know, climb capability. So the VNav is actually the best one to climb initially. And the speeds, what should the speeds be? Let's see if PMDG can surprise me today. Ah, not too bad. It should be 140. So 1 knot, I'll live with that. 143, 2 knots. Ah, that's not bad either. And V2 149. Ah, reasonable enough. Reasonable enough. So the V2 is 149, LNAV VNAV 216 and 7,000. I'll change that one as well as we go up. All right, so we are set, and 250 below 10 we have, and for the cruise 360 is recommended. Good. Okay, we'll accelerate the timeline.
All right, guys, everyone's seated. We're all buttoned up and ready to go in the back.
Thanks.
If you need anything, just let me know.
In front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance,
you can bring your support giraffe. If it's like a fluffy toy, yes. If it's an actual giraffe, that might not happen. Or we can
also review the exit seating criteria.
mind you, I know in the US they would like sue you for not like being able to bring like a support animal. So, but I think a giraffe is maybe a little bit much. Like a dog, a cat maybe in the cabin, a dog maybe is would be tolerable, but a giraffe, too much of a long neck, you know. God. Totally deconcentrated now. You do it on purpose, don't you? What am I supposed to do now? God. You must be wondering, like, how is this guy flying this thing? You know, the way he kind of does it here is rather concerning. Before start procedure.
Are we cleared to pressurize?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't ask him, but we are. Over. So now, yeah, you see now the rudder is straight as a pole, because the hydraulic system is pressurized now. So cool. And the one thing I have to do is to set the trim, so 4.25 units down here. Just
I am ready for the checklist.
1 notch down. And she's ready for the checklist, so we'll do the checklist. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. MCP.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked.
CDU preflight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
Set and checked.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed. Before
start checklist complete.
Somebody the other day on the French VATSIM Discord server was asking about FS2 cruise. I said, oh, I use FS2 crew above all with the 777. I use it regularly, and for me it's nice because it simulates, you know, crew work. There's that kind of interaction going on, although obviously it's all virtual, blah 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 blah. And also it kind of reads the checklist, switches on, you know, the lights, retracts the gear or extend the gear on the flaps. You know how it works. So I was trying to explain a little bit, and I said, you know, it works with the Windows voice recognition system. With the voice recognition system, sometimes it doesn't always work, but set and checked always works. So there you go. If if your voice is not picked up by FS2 crew, you can still say like set and checked. That always works. That's a good question, Flaco. Did you have a mentor during your training? No, really, no. To do your type rating, for example, on the 737 or on the 777, there's you're paired with, like, you've got like a sim partner. So your sim partner is basically, you know, your buddy and stuff. And you really have to create a bit of a bond with the guy or girl. But for me, it was like a guy each time. You know, because you're learning about the aircraft, you're trying to obviously pass the training, and really like support each other and help each other, and you know, it's not trying to score a point against the other guy, trying to do things better than him, but it's really to try to bring, you know, the best out of each other, basically. So yeah, I can kind of talk about that, but mentor, no, I didn't have really any mentor, no. Of course, you got the instructors who kind of try to get you through the course, but the instructors are kind of helping without helping as well. You know, sometimes it feels it's more like making sure that you can do the stuff, but to actually teach, I think they expect you to already know the stuff, you know. So yeah, it's sometimes it feels more like checking than training, but that's the way it is. They also, they don't want to feel like they are spoon feeding you, so they kind of expect you to know the stuff. So if they ask you questions or something like that, they expect you to know the answer. Right, so we've done the checklist. So all we can do now is push and start then, I guess. So where am I? Oh yeah, so we're gonna go nose to the left. Here we are, here in the airport. That's the location with the little red aircraft here, and runway 22 left is down here. Gonna push to the left. Cool. So push and departure. Does that make sense, Flaco? Yeah, everything is clear. Beacon is on. Hello, Captain. We are ready for push.
We're ready for pushback.
We are ready as well. Thermal checks are complete. And we are clear for push and start to face northeast, or to face east.
Locking gear.
Locking gear. The phraseology actually with GSX, I mentioned that in the startup tutorial video on the YouTube channel. The phraseology with GSX is actually not really what we you know, what we do in real, but it's good enough. It's close enough. So we set nose to the left.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
So we'll start the time on the first officer side.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
18:28.
Start
Yeah, that's correct. Correct time. Start sequence is 1, then 2.
Check.
Start the left engine.
Starting left.
So she switched the start switch to start. That's
Once
Oil
again,
pressure.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome
and
on
my
board
job
our
is
flight
to switch
today.
the fuel
This is
control
flight
switch
attendant
to
speaking.
run.
Direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on
Yeah,
board.
I see what you mean. Like, are you doing your PPL at the moment, Flaco?
With this information as well as all crew instructions, lighted
I see what you mean.
information
Like, I remember when I did my when I did the PPL, the instructor, you know, you kind of look up to him a little bit because he's teaching you like a whole new thing you've never flown before and everything. So he's teaching you a whole new, yeah, way of seeing the world almost, you know. So you kind of look up to him
Locate the
To
exit
idealize,
doors used in
I
your
wouldn't say I wouldn't go as far as that, but
In an emergency,
everybody's
lights
different,
will
so
illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of
start the
cabin
right
pressure,
engine.
a panel will open and
Starting
oxygen
right.
masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt
But I liked him.
fastened
He's
until a minute before
he
the
was
engine starts to flow of
a nice
oxygen.
dude. He's the guy who told me like
Pressure
you know
not in place.
when I was
Cover
doing
your nose
the
and
night
mouth with
flying.
your mask.
He's
Place
the
the
guy like
plastic
who told
mask
me
around your head
if
and
you have an
place
engine
lights
failure when you
upstairs.
fly at night like
Secure your
this,
own
aim
mask
for
before
somewhere
entering.
dark, and then switch the
Your
lights
seat
on.
bottom cushion may be
And then he
shifted
said
to
if you don't
location
like
by
what you see,
pull up
then
and
you
remove
switch
the
the light
cushion.
off.
Upon exiting the
So,
aircraft, place your arms around the
thanks,
cushion
mate.
and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or
He's the guy as
laboratory.
well who actually
Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons
I
are
was
located
I was
above
not
your
trying
seat.
to be
Thank you
smart,
for
but
your
I
attention.
told him like once, you know, said like we practice engine failures. Did I bring the fuel? No. If I don't bring the fuel, it's gonna turn empty for a long time. Yeah, I was telling him like, you know, we practice engine failures from the cruise on the Cessna to kind of land in a field. But I said to him, so we practice that with the engine spinning. You know, it just like brings the engine to idle and then simulates an engine failure like that. But I said to him, if the engine fails, the prop is actually gonna stop. It's not gonna keep like windmilling. So I said like, it's aerodynamically it's gonna be like different. So yeah, listen to me and stuff. We went up in the air, went up to maybe 5,000 feet. It was a nice day, and then he went, pulled the mixture lever. I was like, God, what are you doing? I said, well, you asked me, you know, what it would be like, you know, if the engine was not windmilling anymore. So we found ourselves with like a shutdown engine, like gliding down for a few minutes, and then he was like, well, now we need to restart the engine. So thank God we managed to restart the engine. But that was so funny, man, because he didn't say anything, and then once we were like, you know, practicing the engine failure in the cruise, he actually shut down the engine. So flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Right, so flaps 5, we'll check the flight controls. Up, down, left, right.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected.
Cool, so he's gonna go away. The weather is improving a little bit in Detroit. I hope the wind has not turned. Yeah, variable. Good. That's good enough. Very easy.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
That's funny because he should be connected to the aircraft, you know. He shouldn't be standing so far when he still speaks to the crew. So he's waving, so that's good. That's the clear signal. And we can check the rudders. So full left, and full right, center. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice. Auto. Recall. Checked. Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Not quite yet, but... Detroit traffic, Delta 2681 taxiing to holding point runway 22 left. Cool, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, cool. Excellent, Robert, thank you. Yeah, because even like in the crew rest compartment, there's not a lot of space, so all you can do really is maybe walk a little bit, stretch, but yeah, you can't really do much more than that. Which obviously is not very healthy, but it's okay. I mean, if it's even if it's a long flight, I mean, you always kind of sleep a little bit. There's a lot of sitting in that job that's undeniable, you know. You're gonna spend a lot of time sitting, which is not ideal, but that's the way it is, fortunately. How am I going to taxi to that runway? I'm heading in the right direction, that's not the problem. Oh yeah, I see. Gonna have to cut to the left, otherwise there's like a 120-degree turn somewhere at the end there. Toga on the taxiway, yeah. Toga!
The cabin is ready.
Oh, the cabin is ready, so I'll switch on the weather
Cabin crew,
radar.
take your seats.
I will do the before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Checklist complete. Yeah, I'll cut here, because if I go to the end of this taxiway, then it's a 120-degree turn, or sharp turn. Yeah, it's only 90 degrees, do an S turn. Come here. I'm keeping an eye on the EFB. And then to the left here, yeah. A bit of an S turn, but at least they are like 90-degree turns instead of doing like a sharp turn on the taxiway further up.
Joint traffic, Delta 1063 is over Choir on about a 20-mile final for runway 22 right at Detroit.
Oh, 20 miles out. Detroit traffic, Delta 2681, taxiing to holding point 22 left. At least he knows I'm here as well. Beautiful. That's why Unicom has to be, huh? That's why it should be like. So you announce your position and everybody is aware of each other. And that's runway 9 right. Or 9 left. 9 left. Not 9 right. So this is Kilo. Have a look just in case of unannounced traffic. Detroit traffic. Delta 2681 crossing runway 9 left, 27 right.
Approaching 09 left.
Checkity check. And then Kilo, yeah, Kilo takes me all the way. Cool. Oh, that's quite funky there. You've got the de-icing equipment. It's soon gonna be time for this. Today it's still 18 degrees or something, but soon in the winter they have to use the de-icing trucks there. And GSX you can simulate the de-icing as well. So hopefully we'll have the opportunity to do the de-icing in one of the flights soon, I guess. Sooner than later now. Hey, Martin Plane Spotter. Hi, how you doing? How you, man? How's Strix? It's a long taxi, huh? Whew. Yeah, runway entry procedure is next, so. There's a slight echo on the sound. Ah. Again. I will see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is it when I speak or is it with when the guy spoke on Unicom? Or is it with FS2 crew? Right, so that will be the threshold of 22 left here. The traffic who was on 22 right is not even showing on the TCAS yet, so. Here we are, 22 left is here, 22 right is there. I guess the two runways are separated enough anyway. I'll go back to this before I forget and take off with the EFB map again. It's like, no! That's my specialty. I've not done it too much recently, but for a while it was my specialty, take off with the EFB map on. Right, so we'll turn to the left at Yankee 17. That's coming up, it's the second left now. And of course we are on Volanta as well.
Traffic, Delta 99, correction, Delta 1063, 10 mile final, runway 22 right, Detroit.
Oh yeah, now we see him. And we can hear him better as well. Right, Delta 2681, expedite, line up and wait, runway 22 left. Expedite. Expedite, okay. Detroit traffic, Delta 2681, rolling runway 22 left. Let's go. Runway entry procedure.
Check. Clear on the approach.
On the ground, it's more or less the same speed.
2 left.
Right, so I'll start the timing.
On runway 22 left.
Yeah, the turn was maybe a little bit too much. Takeoff.
Check.
Thrust ref.
Check. Thrust set.
Let's go, let's go.
$80 knots.
Hold.
Check.
V1.
Rotate.
And up we go.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
$400 feet.
Autopilot.
Check.
Thrust ref.
Check.
VNAV speed.
Check.
Detroit traffic, Delta 2681, airborne passing 2000.
Detroit traffic, Delta 1063, 4 mile final, 22 right, Detroit.
Climb.
Climby, climb, 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 climb. That's it. We are on our way, Dustin. And we'll climb all the way to 360. And that will allow me to demonstrate. I'll do it on this page. We've got 7,000 feet here. So if we don't do anything else, it's gonna level off at 7,000 feet. So we don't want to do that. So to clear the restriction, we're gonna press the button here once, and then clear the button. Press the button again to clear 9,000, like this, and now it's gonna climb all the way. Flaps 1.
Speed check flaps 5.
Flaps 1. Damn it.
Speed check flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed check flaps up.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
Oh. That's original. Did you see that? It was showing a checklist overridden. I'm not really sure why it did that. The first time I saw FS2 crew do that. Yeah, Volanta has registered us. The other guy I cannot see going into Detroit on Volanta. I do have... Yeah, VATSIM traffic. I don't know. Weird. Here we are, 250 knots. Climbing level 360 all the way. So yeah, Sam's was...
traffic, Delta 1063, clear T2 right, taxi to the gateway, Quebec, Detroit.
Ah, it's because he's landed. That's why I cannot see him. Maybe. Or maybe he doesn't show. Maybe he's private. I'm not really sure how the privacy works with Volanta. Ah, yeah, that was being green.
10,000 feet.
Yeah. Some people, you cannot really see them on Volanta, so... I think it's the privacy settings. Yeah, Sam's was at 7,000 feet and we are already at 10, so... If you don't climb, then you're gonna stay at low level for quite some time. And then Bezelny, or whatever it's called, that one was 9,000 and we're gonna be probably there at like 13 or 14, so... Are we going fast enough, Dustin, now? Is that okay? 335 knots ground speed. He's a demanding customer. Needs to go fast. Oh, and there's a little bit of weather. Oh, mind you, that's maybe not too far off. Looking at Meteonautics, there's a few little patches there, particular around here, which shows on the route. So yeah, maybe not too far off actually. Very nice. But also what might happen is that by the time we climb, we might be above all this stuff. This could be like low-level clouds, low-level showers, so... Let's go to Minnesota, or Minneapolis, I should say. Because Minnesota, once again, is the state. It's not the city. Chicago, where's the boundary with Chicago? Need to work that one out. That's Volanta, that's gonna be 18,000 feet, so we reset the altimeter to standard. Like this. Yeah, not too far off. No. Very nice. 400 knots, is that fast enough now, Dustin? I think he's gonna. I think he's on the plane itself. Hopefully you're not gonna ask the crew if it's fast enough to, you know, if the plane is going fast enough. They might think that you are like, how do we call these people? I can't remember now. can't remember. That's totally escaping me. Basically, undesirable passengers or misbehaving passengers. Yeah, I think we're gonna be above this thing. We'll keep climbing. Seatbelt sign, auto. This doesn't work. Seatbelt sign, auto.
Seatbelt signs auto.
Ah, good. Still accelerating, by the way. Yeah, a lot of clouds this morning. Mind you, it's already... What time is it? Lunchtime or early afternoon? Yeah, early afternoon, so... Oh, you're boarding now. Cool. You're gonna lose the internet connection then soon. Say hi to the crew for me. Say, who's this weirdo there? Anyway, I'm just playing around, you know. I quite like the idea of what I'm doing at the moment. The tour is gonna, you know, show different airports, different procedures, different areas and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's in a lot of people. Well, it doesn't interest a lot of people, but I'll keep doing my thing, you know. Hey, baby Boeing, welcome back. Hello, hello. Yeah, the weather is now below us. So initially it showed because, you know, when you're at low level, the radar shows more things, and then as you climb, then it kind of disregards the stuff that is below. Yeah, it's all below. I like those clouds as well. I think it's really well done. You know, those wispy clouds and stuff. It's really nice. Let's have a look outside, and let's do a little bit of music. Oh, that was Chicago calling. Chicago calling! What's his frequency? 12035. I was having a ball there, dancing away on my chair with the music. Yeah, baby Boeing, it's a beast indeed. Beauty. Beauty, beast, beauty and the beast.
Charlie, you departed VFR, and what's your request?
Beauty and the beast. It's a beast and a beauty.
Responding 360, descend and maintain 3000.
360 and heading down to 3000, we're out of 5, Giant 33.
Chicago, good afternoon. Delta 2681 Heavy, climbing travel 360.
Sorry, 2681 Heavy, squawk 1353.
Squawk 1353 and Delta 2681. 2653.
Number Alpha Lima Charlie.
1353. Just to confirm the squawk for Delta 2681, please.
1353.
1353, Delta 2681. 1353.
United 407, am I cleared direct to pink? P.
With all those call signs, because it's not my call sign, Delta is not my call sign, obviously. I got to think about the call sign, and because I think about it, then I forget the rest. Damn. Oh, it's gonna be nice.
681, heavy radar contact, vulnerable 350, climbing to 360. What's your air contact?
Climb flight level 360, and the aircraft type is Boeing 777-200LR, Delta 2681. Or a Boeing 77 Lima. Is it not showing? From Delta 2681, just to confirm you received the flight plan.
2681, heavy radar contact, follow 360.
Roger. Here we are, 36,000 feet. Happy days. I was going to give you another song. Shall we do it again? Ah, come on, let's do it again. It keeps me going. It pumps me up. See you in 1 minute.
Zero 30, John 33.
This fires me up big time. Cool. There's a tiny bit of weather here, but not too bad. How are you doing, baby Boeing? All good? Yeah, it's flying nicely. Cost index 40.823, 36,000 feet. Nice and easy. We're gonna get to a smooth, then to a comma. That's it. Chicago is here. My ex-employer is probably getting sued. That's nice, good. That's what we want. We want them to pay. No, I'm laughing, but it's not like actually a laughing matter. But I like your sense of humor. You know, it's they are getting sued, so that's nice. That's good. Yeah, man. I'm not really sure who's actually gonna survive this whole crisis, you know, because a lot of airlines have had to cut in terms of staff, in terms of airplanes, so. Hell, they deserve it. Yeah, it's. I said it's been a tricky time, you know. A lot has happened. And we'll see who comes, you know, stronger on the other side. They might not survive for too long anyway, so... Full retard. They went to Airbus mode then. Retard. Eh? I like that. They went full retard. Retard. It's a shame I don't have the sound. I would play the sound. Retard. Pun intended, yeah. How long am I going to be with the Chicago chap? Oh, for quite some time actually, until we pass Milwaukee and beyond. Cool. Yeah, this is Chicago Air. That's Milwaukee. We have Green Bay. I'll do a flight to Green Bay. I think I'm due to do the flight to Green Bay for this tour in December, so maybe we'll get like snow, ice. It's lovely in the winter in Green Bay. But we'll definitely fly up there at some point. And then Minneapolis is somewhere I can't see on the map yet. Right, I know I've only been airborne for 20 minutes, but it's an hour and 15-minute flight. This is the end of the flight plan at Kama. So I'm gonna have to start looking at the arrival. So,
Giant 33 winds unknown.
what are we gonna do?
Land 8 right, Giant 33.
First of all, locate the chart and look at the arrival. So KMSP, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the arrival is gonna be the Killer 3. That's scary, the Killer 3 arrival. Good, so good, I've got the chart. So before we do all that, we'll check the recall. There's nothing on the recall, there's no issues with the aircraft. We'll check the notes. There are no notes, they will show here, but everything is going well, so good. I'll disappear for a few seconds while he's playing the map, or the chart I should say. Right, I'll go back to my map. God, this guy is crazy. Right, so un poquito. We're looking at the Killer 3, Yakama. So it's the Killer 3 arrival with the Kama transition. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So, yeah, it's a funky one, isn't it, Ramba? I like it. They played that song in at MetLife Stadium when the Giants score a touchdown, so it's a funky one. So let's see what the weather is doing in Minneapolis. (020) at 7. I don't know if P3D is still on. Must be 1-2 left still, but not for too long, I would imagine. 020 at 7 is actually favoring 30 left. Ha!
United 47, expect vectors ILS runway 10 center today.
Let's do 1-2 then. 1-2 right. So we'll select ILS 1-2 right. And the Killer 3.
Ops currently.
and the Kama transition.
Runway 28 center for United 407.
And then
No, we're east ops, which means 10 center. Yeah, 10 center for United 407.
we leave it at that, I think.
Air Transport 3498 Heavy.
Oh, hold on.
At flight level 350. We're out the outskirts.
Decisions, huh?
Yeah,
There's a
plus,
transition. I'm gonna try to see what the transition is.
South of my airspace in Kansas City, so stay on
Kansas
Unicom.
City.
Alright, back over to Unicom, Air Transport 3498.
Oh yeah, no, it was Peyton, so no, there's no transition really. Good. Okay. So we'll keep it as is. Dun 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 dun. So here we are again with the Killer 3 arrival. So that's good. We can execute that. From Kama, we're gonna go to Beery, then to Robbie, then to Kabul. That's all in there. To Zing with restriction of level 290 above, which is the one, this one here. Then Ender, that's 240, that's going to be on the next page, that's correct. Then to CMAC, 14,000 and 280 knots, so 280 and 14,000, and then to Killer. That's it. And after Killer, we're going to go to Huggy. I like that one, Huggy. Then to Crisp, down here. Then to Aftin, 10,000 and 250 knots. So Crisp and Aftin, 250, 10,000. And then to... oh yeah, we go to that way. To Johnsy, 9,000. That's correct. Then to Greek. And then to Dolly. And then Vectors, yeah. Cool. So far so good. I know I need to put the slash. Oh! So 170 slash 4000 there for the ILS. And then for the ILS itself...
And John 33's got 8 right Grand Rapids in sight. We can go ahead and cancel fire with him. It's controlled airport, sir.
ILS 12 right.
Roger that.
Here it is. From Zesty, yeah. So we're just gonna self-radar onto self-radar vector and to Zesty. After Zesty is 4,000 feet, Kins at 3,000, and then to the runway. And then in case of a missed approach, it's a right turn to Fox Golf Tango. It's Farmington, and we climb to 3,000 feet. So we've got the right turn to Farmington, 3,000, and then hold there. Beautiful. I like that. That's really what this is about for me. You know, is to see, here we're talking about like funny intersection names and stuff. Is to see all these procedures, all these airports. I'm not trying to bore you with the NFL tour, NFL stuff. That's just like an excuse to kind of, you know, fly around in the US and discover all these airports, all these procedures, all these arrivals, departures. Hopefully catch a little bit of ATC as well, like today now in the cruise. But this is what it's about. So that's quite cool. So the FMC is all set. The minima is actually for Cat 1 1,050. So what I'll do is actually I'll cheat. I'll go into the menu, FS control on, activate the FS and make the minima there 1,080. That goes faster. Back to the menu and switch off the FS control. Now back to the FMC. We've got the Barrow 1080. The VRF will work out as well. 10 tons on arrival plus 204.6 on the zero fuel weight, so gonna be a landing weight of 214.6 roughly. We'll go for flap 30, I guess. Yep. Go for auto brakes 2. And the QNH was 3012. So we can preset 3012 in the bottom right corner of the PFD. 3012, that's it. Hey Scott, how are you doing? Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Jan 33 is cleared 8 right at Alpha 2.
3012 there.
Jan 23, welcome to Grand Rapids.
I see what you mean. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult with those shortcuts with the keyboard. You need to make sure that there's no other interaction with that particular key, because I've had this problem. Sometimes I struggled and then I redid everything, and I paid really close attention to you know, the key and the action that goes with it, and then it solves the problem.
Delta 1624, descend and maintain flight level 300. 300 on flight level Delta 1624.
Oh d'accord. Ah, tu parles français? Oui, parfois les actions et puis avec les raccourcis, il faut bien regarder les actions, parce que le auto feather, il y a une autre action, c'est relativement similaire.
407, descend and maintain 4000, flying 270.
Right, so we'll brief. Yeah, because I've encountered that problem before, and you really need to pay attention to what you're doing. 1080.
Delta 124, pilot's decision, descend and maintain 1010,000.
We're gonna go with flap 30, it's dry, we're gonna use level 2.
Down to 10,000.
On the auto brake, APU is gonna be on.
Pilot's discussion,
Transponder, yes.
Okay, check that, thanks. Delta 124 heads.
Chicago, hello, Shamrock 123.
Descent checklist.
400.
Stand by.
Shamrock 123, heavy squawk 133, follow.
Descent checklist.
1334.
Recall.
Shamrock 123.
Checked. Notes.
Checked.
Auto brake level 2. Landing data.
VRF is 137, minimums 1080 feet.
VREF 137. Minimums
123, heavy radar contact, flight level
feet.
400.
Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Hey, Pippo TV, bon dia, obrigado. How are you doing? All good? Felipe? Bon dia. Oh, X3 back from dinner. Ah. I hope you didn't eat too much, because the landing might be rough.
Delta 1624, Minneapolis offline, radar services terminated, free change pre-over flight.
Over 22.8, Delta 1624, thanks for your help today.
Rough landing. I hope not. Oh, that's very efficient. Descent preparation and brief is complete. They'll have to worry about that. Yeah, somebody's left like something. It's left a present behind. Yeah, there might be an update on the weather. In the US, they've got these funny times to update the METARs. Very often they update at like 53 minutes or 54 minutes past the hour. So the latest was updated at 18:53 Zulu. So I guess the next one might be at 19:53, unless there's there's like any significant changes to it. So we may not have, or it might change the ATIS or the meta when we are on final approach. So I'll just stick to 1-2 right now. Oh no! Oh yeah, is that the slides picture you put on the Discord? Yeah.
947, turn right heading 060, correction 040.
So that's a plus compared to the PMDG because the PMDG doesn't deploy the slides. But you're on explain, so explain would they would deploy the slides. Evacuate, evacuate, fire. Shall we go for a bit of music again? No, I'm only kidding. But we might go for a little screenshot.
947, further right, 10 heading 060.
Yeah, we'll go for a screenshot, come on. For Volanta Bolanta. Just trying to get another view.
United 407, flying
Lucien,
060, intercept
bonsoir. Ça va?
10, center localizer.
Oh, beautiful picture to be taken there.
Heading 060 for United 407.
Right.
Intercept localizer.
Toga.
Intercept localizer for runway 10.
So,
Shamrock
Based.
407, heavy cross, fire at maintain 11,000.
the 19. Cool, so I've got my 1080 picture. All I've got to do now is to save it.
Shamrock 123 heavy.
As a
Yeah, go ahead.
JPEG.
I heard Shamrock 47. You calling Shamrock 123?
Sorry about that. Shamrock 123 heavy cross, fire at maintain 11,000.
Okay, crossfire, and we'll maintain we'll crossfire and maintain 1,000.
That's it.
For, Shamrock
Beautiful.
123. Got it.
I'm getting very good at this. It's the screenshot.
United 407, I seem to be off course for this localizer. It's not intercepting.
No bad.
Yeah, looks like a turn right heading 130, please.
That's it.
Heading 130 for
I'm
United.
saying actually going
947, near the field inside.
going beyond the flight plan route, but the controller didn't actually give me the arrival. Ça va, merci Lucien, merci beaucoup. J'espère que le week-end s'est bien passé.
947, the O'Hare National Airport, 12 o'clock, 15 miles, call for site.
Today we are flying from Detroit au Détroit à Minneapolis. That's good. We're gonna have a look at Minneapolis.
Okay. On the current heading, join the 10 center localizer if you can. Are you not getting any localizer signal?
Oh, that's interesting. In Canada we have Edmonton, and then Edmonton goes quite far north, as you can see, in the great Canadian North. Wow.
United 407, I'm going to try to drop down my altitude and see if it's going to be able to intercept at that time.
Okay, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000 for United 407.
Right, so we're not very far from the top of the
947, turn left heading 100.
He probably doesn't know the arrival maybe for Minneapolis, so he'll just... I think maybe on the radar screen the arrival will automatically like pop up, and then you just assume that that's where I'm on. Cool. It's so good to have ATC, he's keeping an eye on things. I think I'm gonna leave his airspace quite soon now. Mr. Chez, thank you very much.
947, flying 090.
09039
And there's a
407.
delta about 4,000 feet below. It's good. Cool, guys. As I said, I won't be back until probably the weekend, maybe Sunday or something for the next next stream.
We've intercepted the localizer.
So we'll definitely do. Fingers crossed that nobody else is sick. We'll definitely do the flight from Innsbruck to
visual approach runway 10 center.
Palermo. It should be a good one. Palermo is a nice airport. I kind of worked on the airport a little bit. It's nice.
9407, the wind is 35011, runway 10 center, clear land.
Ooh, there's Korean Air going into Chicago now. Oh, check this out. Korean Air 854, 747-200 from Incheon to Chicago. God. Coming a long way, huh? Et voilà, voilà. 1923Z. It's the middle of the afternoon in the US. It's like evening time in Europe. It's even later elsewhere. That's a hole and a half indeed. I'm very prepared today. Sometimes I rush the
124 Lima airspace to the north,
the descent preparation today, and so
Frequency change, thanks very much.
all very nicely done.
Delta 2681 heavy, descend and maintain flight level 340.
Descend and maintain flight level 340, Delta 2681 heavy. 340 set, and we'll descend now. And from Delta 2681 heavy, we are on the Killer 3 arrival and Gamma transition. Is it Gamma or whatever?
That's fine. When you transition over from my airspace to Minneapolis, even if it's offline, you need to be at flight level 340 or lower.
No problem. Was it Gamma? Can't remember. That's the flight plan. Cama, yeah, cama. La cama, the bed in Spanish. Actually, we can go vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute, and change to decimal. Yeah, not to the indicated airspeed actually, no. Which will be 267. Okay. So we can press the IAS Mach number there. It's gonna change the number to knots now and make it 267. 1,000 to level off. Ah, she didn't get it with FS2 crew. La cama, chameleon.
47 Molten Door here. Next left Papa 6 and then turn left on Papa.
Ah, Ralba, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ralba. The timings are always... We chase each other a little bit. On Sunday, yeah, I'll probably be on by 10:30 Zulu. Depending on the availability as well of Rotterdigger, to be fair, because if he's not here, then I'll postpone the flight and do something else. But I don't know, are you here at Rotterdigger at the moment? Because if you're here, I'll definitely do the... Well, all things considered, the plan is to do the flight on Sunday now.
Left on Papa 6, United 407.
On the next stream.
Go left on Papa now.
So would Sunday be okay, yeah? At the usual time, 10:30 Zulu, something like that? If everything is okay, because I thought I would be able today, and then the Bambino was... It's the time of year.
947, continue on Papa, turn right on Charlie, hold short, runway 10 left.
Cool, perfect. So Sunday for the moment is written down on the diary.
Charlie hold 10 left. United 407.
Ah, on mobile, yeah, of course. Nowadays, you can watch on PC or even sometimes on television. I saw there was, I think, not 100% sure, but I do remember somewhere seeing like an application on television, so you can sit on your couch and watch on television.
2681, heavy Lima airspace to the northwest. Radar services terminated. Frequency, bye-bye.
Frequency change to Unicom 122 decimate, Delta 2681. Bye-bye. Thanks for the service.
Ready to...
Okay. So actually what we can do, because he wanted us to descend to 340, that's probably his usual coordination with Minneapolis Center. But what we can do to recalculate everything, is to enter 340 now, which is already there actually. It's giving us econ speed decimal 805, and then engage VNav again. So it's gonna increase the speed, obviously maintain 340. We'll also recalculate the top of descent point, so we can do that. Yeah, if you have a smart TV, then you can use the Twitch app on the television. Hey, that's beautiful. You can watch your host there, your feet up on the couch, a sandwich, a drink, your dinner, your lunch. Is that not beautiful? Really? I think it's amazing. How lucky you are. Any updates on the weather? Oh, don't listen. I don't have one either, to be fair. So all I can talk about is something I've seen, I don't know, either in a shop or whatever, or but I don't have one either, so I can't really advise on the way it works. Oh, you did that in quarantine for 2 weeks, switch up on the 50-inch TV and stay in bed. That's beautiful. 2 weeks of non-stop Twitch. That will be amazing. Two weeks of your host non-stop, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Oh man, imagine that. That would be amazing. Huh? Yeah, the 2 weeks will fly by. Nay bother. So maybe it's a good point to remember. Maybe on this route, I mean, not that I'm gonna do this route again anytime soon, but maybe to cap the route at 340. If there's a coordination between Chicago and Minneapolis and they have to coordinate at 340, then maybe there's no point to climb to 360 for like 15 or 20 minutes. No worries, I understand. I'm in the same configuration as well. The wife is pushing for a new television, but the TV we have is working, so we'll stick to the one which is working until it dies, and then the day it dies, then we'll replace it with a smart TV as well. You have to live with your own time, huh? Yeah, and Rome do like the Romans do, huh? So, we'll descend. What's the first restriction? 290, okay. Oh, but we passed the 290 waypoint actually, yeah. So then the next restriction after that is 240. So we don't want to go down below 240 until we get to the, what is it called? Hender waypoint. We should have the landing rate competition kicking in fairly soon, I would imagine. Oh, with Chromecast, is true, yeah. Because Chromecast is from like a mobile device. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm talking shite. From a mobile device, you send it via the Wi-Fi to a television that has Chromecast installed. Cool. I'm living with technology, huh? Let's have a look outside again. Ooh. Yeah, maybe a little bit cloudy in Minneapolis. I think we might get like a nice view of the city. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's cleared up. It's definitely cleared up in Minneapolis. Oh, and we're descending now. Cool. Oh, check this out. I like that on Volanta as well. You've got all the geography names, all the names and stuff and towns. Got the name of this town, Eau Claire. That sounds very French. Yeah, this is very French. Amongst like other kind of English sounding names like I don't know, Howard. Oh, there's Albertville. Interesting. That's also a little bit French. Then like places like Fall Creek and stuff. I always find these interesting. That's correct, X3, yeah. Eau Claire is Clearwater, yeah. Like, I'm still thinking about using Chromecast. What are you thinking about? Oh, so funny. You've said it, not me. Seatbelt sign on.
Seatbelt signs coming on.
We've got a lot of people with drinks in the cabin. They are really excited. We need to put the seatbelt sign on and get the cabin ready for the landing. Otherwise, we'll have to divert and then call the police. Is this actually? Oh, that might be it there. Kilo Echo Alpha Uniform. I'm sure you wouldn't land there on a 777, but there is an airport actually. Oh, but it's got another name. It's called Chippewa Valley Regional Airport. You see? Is that not an amazing stream? Huh? You learn about all these exotic names. Chippewa Valley Regional Airport, east of Minneapolis. Police over there. Amazing. Sometimes I'm surprised by my own friend's skills. Yeah, no, that was it. Eau Claire is definitely clear water. Yeah. Let's divert then. Let's go to Eau Claire. That looks 777 worthy. Yeah, yeah, it does look big enough. I was looking for the dimensions on Volanta, but it's not there. You just have not this one, not VPilot. It's Volanta. I was looking for the dimensions of the runway there in the schematics there, but it's not showing. You just have the runway number. That's it. Right, so we passed Hender, so now we are aiming for 14,000 feet by CMAC. So we'll set 14,000, and now we can reset the altimeter 3012 and do the approach checklist. As soon as you set the altimeter, then you can do the approach checklist, and you can set the altimeter whenever you are descending to an altitude, so below the transition level. So the transition level in the US is like 180. So now we're descending to 14,000. So we'll set the QNH 3012, and we can do the I'm tired now. The approach checklist. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
3012 set. Oh man, set and checked. Set and checked.
Set. Approach checklist complete.
Every time it picks like 6 as set. I said like 3012 set, you have to say set, and it picks it up as 6. Runway 422 is 8,100 feet. Ha! All that I don't have a Scooby-Doo in feet. Feet in meters. Oh yeah, 2,400 and a bit meters. So yeah, definitely we could land on a runway like this. I don't know if once you landed, you know, if they have all the passenger facilities and all that stuff, but you can definitely land. Yeah. No problemo at all. Yeah, easy. Where is it? Ah, it's behind us now. I don't know if we'll be able to see at the airport. I know it's cloudy. Ha! Eau Claire. Really bye-bye. We'll leave you behind. The bot should work. That was the latest. Landing rate competition. No active. Active now. I've had to force it, but it's active. I think we still may be a tiny bit far. 90 miles, arrival in 20 minutes. I think it's set to start at 20 minutes. Anyway, now it's it's on. No, it should be working now. It should definitely be working. Yeah. 170 feet per minute. Let's register it in the application. Nice. Right, now we're approaching Killer, which gives the name to the Killer 3 arrival. We can go down to 12,000 feet, so we'll set 12,000. It's a lovely afternoon, a little bit of cloud around, but not too bad. I think in the morning it was very foggy. Because I looked at the weather earlier on, it was like 1/4 of a statute mile, which is I think about 400 meters, something like that. So it was not very nice. I think it was probably just on the Cat 1 minima, maybe even a tiny bit below. So I think 1/4 of a statute mile, yeah, is about 450 meters, which, yeah, will be below the Cat 1 minima actually, because for an ILS approach, usually the minima are, in terms of visibility, is 550 meters. So anything below that, then theoretically you cannot fly the approach, and then you need to do either a Cat 2 or a Cat 3. I guess whenever it's foggy like this and you know the visibility is poor, of course, the best thing to do is to fly your best approach. So if you are allowed to fly like a Cat 3, a Cat 3A or Cat 3B approach, then that's what you'll fly, you know. Even if in theory you don't need the minima, you know, but yeah, you'll do it. Looks like a little airport there. Well, I've chosen a good day. It's a nice weather. Yeah, the weather report has not been updated yet, so yeah, we'll stick to 1-2 left now. I'm not gonna faff about and change. Any ATC? Come on, ATC, VATSIM. Minneapolis, the city of Prince. Poor old Prince. My cousin is a big fan of, well, one of my cousins, because I don't have just one cousin, but one of my cousins is a big fan of Prince. He was devastated when Prince cracked the peep. But his work will live on, of course. I'm not gonna play Prince music because I'll be done for like copyrights and stuff, so. No, Volanta there I think is just drawing the line straight to the middle of the airport. So it looks like 30, but it's not gonna be 30. It's just because it draws the line straight from the last waypoint, Kama, to the airport, and it looks like it's gonna be on the display. Looks like 30, but that's not the way it's intended. It's just because it's drawing the line to the airport. Yeah, no, if it's been a while actually already. It's true. It's been a while that Prince is gone. Such a shame. Yeah, it's a direct. That's correct. Yeah, that's it. So here the speed is getting a little bit away from us, because it's supposed to fly down at 267, and it's actually flying at almost 290. So, but I'm happy. There's not really any speed restrictions at the moment. Although yes, there is going to be at Afton, and we can go down to 10,000. So the speed should then be commanded to come back to 250. Let's see how it works out here. Here we are, you see, on request. I'll use a little bit of speed brake to help it come back on the speed. That's it's almost leveling off, because to slow down, the aircraft cannot descend the way it was descending, and also like reduce the speed. It's always a compromise. So to slow down, the aircraft needs to raise the nose, reduce the rate of descent, and then the speed bleeds off. And then once you get to the correct speed, then the nose will go down again, and the aircraft will descend at the target speed. No, X3, that's correct. If you climb, let's say, at 280 knots, and then you want to climb at 320 knots.
Minneapolis traffic up 1624, 6 mile final, runway 4, Minneapolis.
The nose will have to come down a little bit to allow for the acceleration. It cannot accelerate at the same rate of climb. That will never work. So now what the simulation does is correct. So it's the same principle, but in reverse order. In the climb, to accelerate, the nose comes down, the speed builds up, and then the nose goes back up at the new speed. And in the descent, same thing. The nose goes up, the speed comes back, and then the nose goes back down.
1,000 feet to level off.
9,000 feet now. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 2681, positioning right downwind for runway 12 right.
And Minneapolis traffic up 1624, 3 mile final, runway 4, Minneapolis.
Okay, so he's 3 mile final, he's very close. Runway 4. Oh yeah, but runway 4 is not really used. I think it's no time closed. Oh, I think he's down there actually. You can see the label through the...
Minneapolis traffic up to 1624, short final, runway 4, Minneapolis.
Yeah, here it is.
10,000 feet.
That's the airport down there. A lot of rivers and lakes, and looks beautiful. Of course, you have to use your imagination
Cabin
a little
crew
bit.
prepare for landing. 1,000 feet to
No, it would not really level off like 0 feet per minute. You know, it would still kind of keep a little bit of a rate of climb or rate of descent, but very small though, very small. I've noticed the PMDG does it, to be fair, as well. It kind of sometimes levels off a little bit, so it's not just on X-plane. I think what's the altitude there? 8,000. Okay. So for example, if now I go into flight level change and try to reduce the speed to 220, you see the nose comes up a little bit, the rate of descent is almost 0, the speed will slowly come back,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination.
and once we've reached the new target speed, then the rate of descent will increase again. But to maintain the new speed,
1624, clear runway 4 on Charlie 6, taxiing to the gate, Minneapolis.
Safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items.
you see, so now we are approaching 220, so the rate of descent is starting to increase again, because now it's happy it's reaching its new target speed, so it's gonna come down again. And the aircraft does exactly the same thing. But here, sometimes in the sim, yeah, it kind of levels off almost.
Please stow tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Fasten your seatbelt. Brace for impact and wish me luck. Right, so we go heading select. No, it's not, you're not causing any problems. Right, we'll continue the descent actually. 4,000 feet. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 2681, downwind, runway 12 right. Or maybe only 26 initially. So now I've got heading select, yeah. Kind of giving myself radar vectors, so to speak. Without the radar, it's just... And then as we get to Dolly, I guess I'll turn inbound to the ILS, so we'll continue the descent actually now. The airport should be below the cloud here. Yeah, loads and loads of lakes and rivers and stuff. Must be beautiful. It's the purple rain, purple rain. That makes all these lakes. Sure, you appreciate my singing. And actually I say, oh, he's boring us with his football. The Minnesota Vikings have a purple uniform. It all makes sense. Purple rain, Minnesota Vikings, purple uniform. The theme of Minnesota or Minneapolis is purple. Flaps 1.
Speed check, flaps 1.
So yeah, here again we'll see the deceleration. I'm gonna bring the speed bug back to flap 1 speed. The rate of descent decreases. Here it's actually leveling off. The speed comes back. With the turbulence it's struggling a little bit. And now the rate of descent is increasing again. Right, so we'll turn on base leg 030. Minneapolis traffic Delta 2681, base leg 12 right. I will go vertical speed, reduce the rate a little bit. Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5.
And now we can extend the center line. Yeah, probably you're right, Ralba. It's from the old times. So we can do a zesty intercept. We've got the intercept course 121, 12 right, execute. So now it's gonna draw a line from the runway for the center line. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thousand feet to level off.
What's happened to the glide slope? We've lost the glide slope. Mayday, mayday, mayday. No glide slope. Let's see if it comes back. We do have the ident and the glide slope we have on the IFSD, so maybe because we are too far. I don't know. Mayday, mayday. We've lost the glide slope. Right, and now we'll turn inbound. We'll take a 30-degree cut, so 090. Clear for the ILS. Here's the glide slope again. We've got the sensing with the empty lozenge to the left, so that's good. We'll engage the approach mode. And it's captured the localizer. Beautiful. Update on the weather. Oh, still the same. Airport in the distance. Amazing. Here's the city, huh? Above the skyline. Flaps 15.
Speed check, flaps 15.
Now we'll maintain 160 to 4. Minneapolis traffic Delta 2681, final 1 to right. Kino, yeah, I think it's relatively good for, I mean, obviously with its own limitations, but I think the desktop simulation is actually quite good. I mean, you can recreate what you do in the aircraft in these things, taking into account, of course, the limitations, but no, it's good. And I do enjoy it, I have to say. Ah, come on, give me a CDA there. Why is he going? Ah, glide slope capture now. Good. The missed approach is 3000. Oh, the aircraft went. We had a bit of glide slope interference. Sometimes the glide slope signal gets interfered with if there's like other aircraft crossing in front of the antenna, or if there's like maybe ground vehicles or whatever. Then the glide slope goes a little bit funky on the in the aircraft. Cool.
2500.
It looks like the DME is...
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Yeah, the DME is offset once again. It reads 10 miles, but actually you are 8 miles to the runway, so we'll configure. It's actually on the approach chart as well. So this is correct, it's not like a simulator bug. Gear down. Flaps 20.
Speed check, flaps 20.
And we'll wait for the gear to come down, yeah. Flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
So 4 miles is actually 6 miles on the DME there, because the DME will read 2 when we cross the threshold. We'll wait. Now it's good enough. Come back on the speed. Hopefully FS2 crew is not gonna scream like unstable, unstable, or something like that. It should work out okay. Landing checklist.
Landing
It's
checklist.
worked out.
Landing checklist complete.
Checklist complete. Checkity check.
1,000 feet. Approach stable.
1000.
1000. Yeah, there's a bit of a tailwind. Oh là, les cocos, il y a du tailwind là. Oh là. Auto brakes 3. And disconnecting the autopilot. It's a little bit bumpy in the sim. Just a tiny bit. Brace for impact. Purple rain, purple rain. I'm gonna get the copyrights there on Twitch. They're gonna say you are using copyrighted music. No, it's just my singing.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums.
Checkity check. Purple rain.
Minimums.
Purple
Minimum.
rain. Landing. Continue. Da-na-na. Yeah, still have a bit of a tailwind. Quartering tailwind.
100.
Ladies and gentlemen. Purple rain. Purple rain.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Why is he adding thrust? Hey, come down.
Speed brakes up.
Here we are.
Reversers normal.
Minneapolis, St. Paul International Airport. Oh, I'm playing there. It's like riding a bike, keeping the nose of the aircraft
60
up.
knots.
What they got? You got the competition. Oh, 60 knots, I forgot. I'm getting carried away there. Manual braking. Cool. We made it. Hey, Conti, good morning, sir. Oh, wow, I got you out of bed there. How are you doing, sir? Right, we'll vacate here. That's a truly global world, huh? Conti is now like gonna have his before coffee checklist complete. Well, we are going, well, while a lot of people are actually gonna go to bed soon. How are you doing, sir? Before coffee checklist underway indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Minneapolis, ahead of schedule, on yet another on-time flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts
Right,
fastened
so
until
where are
the
we
captain
going
has
now?
turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely.
That's a good
at the
question.
gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your
Gulf
belongings,
4.
and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see
Yeah,
you
no more
soon.
coffee for me either. Otherwise I'm gonna be like, woo. My intention is to go to bed. Not too excited. Next page. Go. 4. So I think there's a spot on the ground. I think it's spot 15. It's gonna come up on the ground fairly soon. Here was spot 11. That's very US kind of navigation on the ground, so to speak. They've got those starting spots or like reporting spots on the ground. The APU is running. Good. Oh, that was another enjoyable flight, I have to say. Yeah, here's spot 15. And our gate is... It's not Gulf 5, it's Gulf 4 there. Okay. So at some point we're gonna have to cut across. Oh no, that's spot 13. But that's not the spot we're looking for. We'll see anyway, the main thing is to go to the gate. Coffee and dessert after dinner, no? Yeah, it's very tempting. But no, no coffee anymore. Not at this time. Otherwise... Granny taxing speed, of course. Goes without saying. So there's 2 lines there. I need to pick up the Gulf 4 Alpha line. It's coming up. So yeah, before spot 15. Spot 15 is coming up there. And the line is gonna be here. So I'll better slow down and turn. Turn, baby, turn. Lights and doors. And there's a wall. I need to make sure I
Cabin
don't go
crew
into
disarm
the
doors
wall
and
as well.
cross-check.
Ooh, here's the wall. Oh yeah, yeah, the wall is close. Where's the line? Oh, here's the line. Gulf 4 Alpha. I think there's actually a tunnel there. I mean, for the scenery cannot make the tunnel, but that's the walls, and if you go in the middle there, you'll go into the tunnel. And we've got the guidance system, beautiful. Well, I'm just realizing that I've never armed the doors. Bad cabin crew. Yeah, this one is also available on all the good download websites, yeah. Uh, 897654321 stop. Cool. So, parking brake set, and the APU is running. Cool. I will switch off the flight director. What else? We can reset the IFSD there, blank the minima, set the FMC to the ident page, stop the clock, and reset it. Block time 1 hour 35. No bad. Yeah, it's looking alright, I have to say, indeed. And what will we do? Bring the bridge. Deboarding. Because normally the bridge needs to be in place before opening the door, not open the door and then bring the bridge. Just in case somebody falls off. Yeah, never arm the doors, I forgot. Arm all. No, I didn't do that. So arm, disarm, open.
I am ready for the checklist.
She's ready for the checklist. Let's do the checklist. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Parking brake.
Set.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Cool. We are disembarking our happy passengers. We're gonna offload all the cargo, all the stuff. Amazing. A beautiful aircraft, huh? The Delta 200LR, which, as we said at the beginning, I don't know if it's still flying or not. I think they're replacing them now, but a beautiful aircraft. Cool. Let's have a look at Volanta. Yes! It's registered on the flight once again. There's no reason why you shouldn't register the flight, but review your flight. Here we are. Detroit to Minneapolis, statistics. And 1 hour 39 block time, 500 miles. We burned 9.9 tons of fuel. The flight plan, yeah, that's not too far off, actually. That's good. Landing rate, landing speed with a bit of tailwind. So the landing speed here is actually the ground speed on landing. So the VRF plus a little bit of tailwind component. So yeah, it's not too bad. Very nice. If you go actually to satellite mode, you'll see if you touch down in the correct area. So yeah, that's the final approach in green there. That's bang on the runway there. And the piano keys are... Oh, they are here, but they're a little bit early, so we're still like in the touchdown zone here, quite comfortably. So that's good. Located here, and come to Golf 4. See, that's why I was saying the little wall there, that's like a tunnel. So that's quite funky. That's good. I like Volanta Volanta. I'm sure you've realized by now because I always play on. But no, it's good. Another mission accomplished. Yeah, they kind of, because it's white and black, you know, the runway surface is most of the time black or gray, and then you've got the markers which are white, so it's like piano keys, yeah. So yeah. Ladies and gents, welcome to Minneapolis. So the Detroit Lions will face the Minnesota Vikings, so that's for week 5. Week 4 is not even over because there's the last game tonight, but we are already looking at week 5 because I'm a busy man, so I don't know if I would have had time to do week 5 before it actually starts. That's it. We'll have a look around again, the airport. Oh, is that the cinematic? Doesn't turn. Cool, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the flight. As I said, I'm not trying to bore you with the kind of football thing. It's more, once again, to find destinations, to kind of fly around the place. I think for week 6, what is it I've worked on? Week 6. Ooh, that's an ambitious one, actually. We'll see if I do manage to do it or not. But for week 6, it's supposed to be between LAX and New York. So that will be like a 4 or 5 hour flight. That might be a little bit ambitious. We'll see. I may have to revise that one, but for the moment, it's the plan for the next flight. So the next flight should be LAX to New York. So there you go. Oh, that's a nice little shot there with the city in the background. So yeah. Oh, you got me on Volanta. Conti, thank you very much for popping in before coffee checklist. Have a great day. You're already starting your day, man. I'm gonna go to bed soon. It's amazing. It's a truly global world. Truly global. Some people are here, some people are there, some people are like, why is this night to somebody else, and vice versa. Thank you very much, Conti. We'll see you soon. Have a good one. Can we do World Cup football in 2022? Yeah, we'll do across the land eastbound. I don't know if you've seen, they've already announced the dates for 2022. I think there's one in March. So again, the westbound in March, and then the eastbound in September. I can't remember the exact dates. So just a couple of months before the World Cup in Qatar, indeed. Yeah. Because this year the World Cup is not like in the summer like it usually is, but it's kind of November, December time.
The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
The Flying Frog. Oh, merci. merci. Pour le raid. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. That's another football theme, huh? Oh god. I'm gonna say this guy is like he's going on about his football there. Merci, the flight. I assume you're French, but I think I've seen your name somewhere before. But with the and frog, probably. So yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be time to go for a little dodo at some point. Not quite yet, but soon, I guess. So yeah, hope you enjoy the flight. As I said, we'll try the next one from LAX to New York if it's feasible, because it's a long one. It's gonna take at least 4.5 or maybe 5 hours. We'll do that also like on a weekend, on a day when there's plenty of time. Not like if there's any rush or anything like that, and that's subject to change as well. So, but for the moment, that's the plan. So we'll try to stick to it. The other weeks it will be a little bit shorter as well, maybe 1 or 2 hours. But this one is the biggie, so I think of the whole tour I decided that one was the. We talk about, you know, 777, like flying long hours and stuff. These short flights are not so realistic, so because well, the aircraft is good for short flights, don't get me wrong, but it's usually on longer flights. So like a 4 or 5 hour flight will be more typical of a 777 flight. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me once again today. Thank you for all the renewals today, Matt, Ralba, and also the Flying Frog. Merci pour le raid. Et we'll see you soon, guys, on this beautiful view of Minneapolis Airport and downtown Minneapolis. Thank you again. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you at the weekend at some point. I'll keep you advised. Thank you again. Good night.